Thank you for attending this webinar and welcome to all the participants. We have a lot of participants from India up to California, and welcome. So there are some exciting news which I would like to talk to you today, and there are four main topics. One is the partner news. The second is about the overview of the key changes with Applied SAF. The third one is some benefits and opportunities for our partners. And the fourth is the outlook and some next steps, what we are doing with Applied SAF. So without further ado, I would like to jump to the short news, and this page will help you to get all the information which I will talk to you in this presentation, in this webinar. And we have several new partners. We started having partner trainings, for example, with Accenture. We have a new advisory board. I would like to give you some information about Enterprise SAF, which has reached end of life. We would inform you about our updated value proposition and our updated website, including the brochure and the fact sheets, and talk to you about some past events and some future events as well. So one thing we would like to show you in that link is that we have a lot of partners already established. There is really great to work with them, and we just have upcoming new partners on our runway. And there are just four of them which I can already name because it's verbally agreed. We have passed the legal control and we are expecting the signature in the next few days. This is Accenture Europe with Frankfurt. DACH organization. This is Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. Then we have Earn Consulting in Switzerland and 8 other countries in Europe and Asia, Singapore, Manila, for example, PA Consulting in Los Angeles, and another one from the United Kingdom, Pedross in London. We are really looking forward to work with you and with the new partners, and it's all exciting for us. Something that we are very proud of, that we have established our advisory board as well, and we are needing that to have good advice to help to steer our journey in these challenging environments. And we have found outstanding individuals representing the spectrum of our industry. You can look them up again in our website on the advisory board, but just some few words about our members in alphabetical order. We have Dr. Wolfgang Brandhuber. He's head Agile methodology at Accenture. They have investing a lot and have a lot of experience in and scaled agility. They have among about 70 SPCs right now, just in the DACH organization. Then we have Rainer Grau. He's head of business development at Digitec Galaxus. And Digitec Galaxus is the largest online shop in Switzerland. It was started by 2 students about 10 years ago, and right now it's twice as big as the second largest online shop in Switzerland, and the second largest is Amazon. They are expanding to Europe right now, and Rainer is also blogging a lot about his experience. He's a founding member of the Swiss Agile Leader Circles and one of the main contributors for the IRAP. We have Professor Dr. Bernd Hindel. He's CEO and owner of Method Park. They are providing the world-leading process management tool Stages, which we are using as well in Applied SAF, but he's also the founder of the German Association of Quality, and you could call him also the father of Automotive SPICE, the standard which is used in the automotive industry worldwide right now. Dr. Thorsten Janning. He is the CEO and owner at Kegon AG. He is also just became an SPCT. He's the first or among the first in Europe, and he is also chief editor of the Object Spectrum. Dr. Jochen Jäger, he is a functional lead at Roche Instruments, and he has an extreme knowledge about the application of Agile in medical device development. He is also the co-author of the Tier 45 paper, Guidance on the Use of Agile Practice in the Development of Medical Device Software, and it has some detailed links between FDA, IEC 62304 regulatory requirements and Agile. This is really something that is driving us. And we have Michael Stump. He's SAFE Fellow and Managing Director of EMEA at Scaled Agile. I think that everybody knows him in this community, but what not everybody knows is that he's also playing the role of the business owner for the SAFe content in Applied SAF. Enterprise SAF, there has been an information by Francis Kelly some weeks ago that is no longer being offered commercially, and I recommend you to listen to that public video. All the slide deck is public as well, so I can publish that here as well. Listen to the video. At 10 minutes it starts, and he will talk what Enterprise SAF they are doing, what they are planning for, and what Applied SAF could help in such an endeavor towards scaled agility and having a process management system. Then we have a new updated value proposition. This is not about Applied SAF today, it's just some news around Applied SAF for our partners. So we have implement fast and precise, customize specifically, establish compliance, and learn, innovate, and improve as the 4 pillars for the value proposition of Applied SAF. And this is updated from the new partner slide deck. This is also part in the new slide deck with more details, and this is also reflected in our brand new brochure, and this is just a screenshot and a picture of what the brochure looks like. So it's all nicely aligned and published together, and if you are coming to the SAFe Summit, you can get some of those information as well, and some printed out exemplars as well. We have updated our web and our website, and we have condensed information and examples on appliedsaf.com. We have the home screen where you have the basic description, the fact sheet, the brochure, and some introduction video. The value proposition, which leads to the 4 pillars again, and each one of them has its own page, and it contains videos, learning nuggets, examples how it is done, what it looks like, and you have that on customization, compliance, learn, and implementation, and also a new site about the product variations, which will I explain you in a moment further on. And then we have also linked to our transformation partners, which help you in such a demanding transformation towards the scaled agility. We have also been very active in conferences. We had a public speech around quality in agile environments here in Switzerland, in Bern, for the Swiss Association of Quality, and there was talk about why processes are a competitive advantage, if there is a contradiction between quality models and scaled agility, because that whole organization with several hundred participants was organized by the Swiss Association of Quality, and there were a lot of quality guys with the European Foundation for Quality Model background and so on. I have become, in addition to my further role as president of the board for computer science at SAQ, I have been also becoming a board member of the SAQ, which represents 80% of the industry in Switzerland. This is very connected to the politics as well. It's the board head of the board is Rudi Lustenberger. He is also the Swiss National Council in 2014, and he was president of the Swiss National Council in 2014 of the Swiss Parliament. Then we had a very exciting webinar together with our partner Blue Agility, with our strategic partner Blue Agility, and there was a huge webinar, 1 hour. We talked about compliance, how that can be achieved, proven. We learned about automotive spice, HIPAA, and SOX, and how you can do that with your own specific reference models, and how to combine agility. And this was really a pleasure to be part with, and you can look up the recording. You have here the link as well, and there's also a description of what it was and what we talked about in the link below the picture. It was really exciting to do that. One extremely nice thing was that we had Jennifer Fawcett, a SAFe fellow from Scaled Agile here in Zurich, and she was talking at the session around what it needs to have successful SAFe implementation approach, a new approach which is provided by the Scaled Agile. And we had an organization from from the SAQ as well, the process management group, which I'm heading here in Switzerland. We had to talk about what it needs, and we decided that the recording, the presentation has been recorded for public, but not the discussion, but so just some words we have discovered on some discussion topics, and you can read them up in this presentation here. Then we had a lot of people from Scaled Agile in our office. It was a great pleasure to host our partners here at Scaled Agile. We had Jennifer Fawcett, Carl Starandal, Michael Stump, Bernd Weber, he's not on the picture, Stefan Küffer and myself. And afterwards we had a drink on our roof garden in the office. That was really nice as well. So now I would like to talk to you about some key changes of Applied SAF 4.0, which we call the Applied SAF 4.0 Matterhorn. And we have a new release and versioning concept in Applied SAF. And in the prior versions of Applied SAF, we talked about 3.1, 3.3, 3.5, and we also say that we are in sync with the development of SAF, and this might cause misunderstanding because there was never a SAF 3.5 around. And in order to overcome such possible misunderstandings, we have a new approach now, and we will strictly name each version in sync with SAF. That means if there's, this is the representing the driving content of Applied SAF. If there's a 4.0, we have Applied SAF 4.0 and nothing else. And each new edition, if we have additional content in Applied SAF or other tools involved, and so we will name it with a specific name from a beautiful mountain, which is also reflecting Switzerland or Colorado. And we just choose some beautiful mountains, which is Matterhorn, Annapurna, Fujiyama, and Kilimanjaro, and so on. An edition will be created when we have new additional PEDCO content like Essential SAF or configuration management, traceability, Agile requirements engineering, or new risk management. If some of the underlying frameworks are changing, ESPMR, which is included as well, IRAP, and so on, or if the underlying technology changes like stages or so on. If there's nothing else that changes than the SAF content itself, the edition name would remain the same. For example, we would have SAF 4.0 Matterhorn, and then it could be SAF 4.0 Matterhorn. This is more theoretical. We don't think that this will happen really. The new version of Matterhorn will be released on next Wednesday, on October 12th, and then we will communicate that on our website as well. We have a new public product variations of Applied SAF, and we have now 3 different license levels. One is Essential, where the key elements which represents Essential SAF, the key elements of SAF, without which an implementation of the framework really isn't safe. It includes almost none of the level 5 processes added on from PEDCO, but it includes the whole organizational learning from PEDCO. Then we have the foundational level, which is a comprehensive pre-configured SAF content and process model with the activity, milestones, roles, work products for reading, and it includes also all the PEDCO content, which we call the level 5 processes as well. Next level is managed, and here first time we have the full SAF content and full PEDCO content, and this allows instantiations on portfolio, program, value stream, team levels using the automated and manual tailoring capabilities of Applied SAF. And then the biggest version, we have Enterprise, which is like Applied SAF managed, but it has more functionality from the underlying platform stages. This includes state management of work products, CRM integration, and a very sophisticated review process. If you want to see the differences in details, you can look it up in our fact sheet. This is a table coming from our fact sheet, and you can look that up as well. What is in common for all product variations is that we have a built-in seamlessly integrated knowledge improvement mechanisms, that we have that process models, as you know, with activities, practices, roles, work products, metrics, phases and milestones, and the underlying models for it. And they're all expandable. This is brand new as well. And you can expand even Essential SAF with Applied SAF. And it's ready to start with. And you have includes all the licensed SAF content and the approvals by Scaled Agile. And it's always upward compatible to new SAF releases. And it's ALM tool agnostic. And it includes an LDAP integration and additional trainings which you might need in order to deploy Applied SAF in your own process management group in your company. There are, just for information for you, there are exact detailed views on how that looks like with the information. Here you see why the licenses cost more, because they can do more, they have more functionality included as well. And now I would like to go to you with the key changes with Applied SAF. You have here the release notes included as well, and when the release notes, if you look them up, they are public as well. You can see the main changes, but I will stick in the presentation for the time being. So what is new is that at all levels you can extend with Essential SAF configuration in the tailorings. We have a more sophisticated tailoring for having a reasonable process configuration. Then we have decision analysis and resolution in the enterprise level, and we have the practice library extended, for example, with a new method, a new practice like cost of delay calculation. That is something that is used at Digitech Galaxus, the largest online shop here in Switzerland, and they're calculating the business value very much different than in the SAF Valley. It's a further extension of the weight is shortest job first prioritization, and you have Scrum-Ban and new metrics and tools for that. And for the end user impact, for the SBCs, leaders, managers, for the users, it's that you have Essential SAF as a configuration. Then for the quality managers and other roles, that you have new instantiation of process based on the tailoring for Applied SAF, and for the process engineers, that you have updated and enhanced process work product models that reflect the tailored process elements for the new Essential configuration. And now we have some brand new, this is the first time to show, that is Applied SAF Essential, and it has a real big benefit, because I think that for companies, they can start small and think big, because they can have a small powerful implementation with Applied SAF, and it's very easy to them to start with the minimum required for doing SAF, for starting or launching a train, for example, and they can gather first experiences with the application of SAF. And they can also use the capability of organizational learning and to perform the relentless improvement of the SAF implementation. And what the really cool thing is that you can extend it, and if you want to use it bigger later on, you can migrate directly to other product variations like managed or at a later stage, including your own extensions. And so there's no risk of upgrading to another version, then that is all taken care of. And this text is coming from the announcement of the press release, which you can look up as well. We have some new updated documentation which you can look up, and I still want to take 2 minutes to show you Applied SAF Essential. This is the normal 3-level Applied SAF configuration which we already had, 4-level Applied SAF, and now the Applied SAF Essential configuration. You can click into the portfolio, and if you compare that to the portfolio of 3 or 4 level, you see it's much smaller. We have just the SAFe principles here and the lean agile leaders, and if you look at the roles, there are just a few roles, and if you look at the processes and activities on an enterprise level, they are pretty, and on the portfolio level, they're pretty small as well. So it's all very lean, very small, and very handsome to use, so you can go into each level of Essential and look at the process and activities, for example, which are still here and help you very much to understand the benefits of Applied SAF. Now let's get back to the presentation. What we like to show you is some benefits and opportunities for our partners, what we can do to create successful business. And first is, like we have done before, we are listing your trainings. There's an up-to-date training website where we list the trainings of our partners. For the time being, just send us the information and we'll do the editing for you, and this is at no cost, and we are not expecting any feedback. It's just that we can show that there is some new and additional trainings from our partners in the around Applied SAF available. Then what we still want to do is, like the one we did with Blue Agility on the compliance workshop, is that we do some webinars together with you. We have performed a lot of them, and there are some other open. We are thinking about having a webinar on organizational learning, on tailoring, how to establish compliance, agile process management, users' roles, and so on. Or if you have new ideas, just come up, reach out to us, and we will do something together. And if we have done so, we will usually summarize that with a video, which we will provide publicly as well. Then we would like to do conferences with you. We have been at several conferences this year. There have been 5 conferences already, 2 to go, the SAFE Summit and the Agile in Automotive, and we would like to do that with you. The last time we asked you about what you think about the Applied SAF Extension Day, which is one additional training day, and on top of, for example, a leading Agilist course or so. And we have done that now, and we have planned other extension days together with Accenture, for example, and we just would like to do that together with you. This is a cool thing. And the next thing which we are planning for is that we have such a lot of interaction around building compliance in regulated environments towards reference models. So we would like to make a course of that. It will be either 2 or 3 days, and we would like to do that together with you. So if you have a leading Agilist, we could do that, the co-training, and we add 2 or 3 days for reaching compliance in regulated environments, where we can go into detail into specific models like HIPAA, SOX, or other customer reference models. And we will do that worldwide this way as well. And we will create a description. This is not available yet, but this is really our plan. So tell us what you think about that. This was really cool. Then the partner playground, I just showed you Essential SAF and the different configurations. Signed partners of PEDCO all have their own playground in Stages. They can extend it, look it up, play around with that, and instantiate, tailor it. So you will get that by the end of October as well. If you need them earlier, or those partners which are at the SAFE Summit will get it until the SAFE Summit as well. So you will have the newest version of those playgrounds as well. So that's just a short reminder about what Applied SAF is. For the time being, I just have to skip through that. This is the same which we have in the new partner slide deck. And we have been asked about what kind of problems are you addressing with Applied SAF, and we came up with a new partner slide as well, which you can use for that. This is a lot of information, and this is sometimes some good arguments what is or for what you can use Applied SAF. So the outlook for some important dates and next steps, as a summary, we will have Applied SAF Matterhorn available on Wednesday, October 12th. There will be a public webinar as well, and the demo playgrounds will be provided by the end of October. And if you want to have online demo or further information, please get in contact with us on pedco.eu or Applied SAF at PEDCO. There is also the new platform which we used, which you have seen until now. This is version 6 of Stages, and there's a new version of Stages, version 7 coming out, and this is the first screenshot we can provide you. We will have a preview at the SAFE Summit as well with that running, hopefully, and it just looks very 2016 Facebook style with the pictures, and you don't have any predefined views anymore. You can stick them together as you want it, if you want to have the swim lanes or not, some very active work products, and so the whole visualization is just much nicer. Otherwise the content is the same. And so we are also at the SAFE Summit 2016, and there are also 4 of the advisory board members present at the SAFE Summit. So we hope that we meet you, that you join us. We hope to see you at the booth. We will be present there from Tuesday on until Friday evening, and we can demo all the capabilities of Applied SAF Matterhorn. And we will have a lot of printed out brochures and fact sheets specifically for the partners as a giveaway. Just get to our booth and we will provide you with them. Then there is a big conference going on in November, Agile in Automotive in Stuttgart 2016. We will be presenting there, and we will also have a booth there, and you see our logo here among Continental, Daimler, Siemens, and so on. And Stefan Küffer, our principal process engineer, he will do a tutorial on how to reach automotive client compliance in action, a client experience, and we will talk and do a workshop there as well. You will find the conference program again among the other documents like the fact sheet and the brochure in the documents of the webinar. You can look them up. Last slide, another statement is we have been asked about our mission, and our mission with Applied SAF is to help system and software-dependent enterprise achieve better business outcomes, increase employee engagement, and improve economics through the application of lean agile principles and practice with Applied SAF based on the scaled agile framework. Now, sometimes we are just talking about high assurance systems. This weekend, there was just the very first Cyberthlon in history and organized by the ETH in Zurich. And it's about cyborgs helping handicapped, paralyzed, tetraplegic people with aids to walk again, to use an arm again. It really drives us. And there's a nice video about it, 1.5 minutes. What we would like to do in the next steps, we would like to hear from you. Send us your trainings for listing. Spread the word around Applied SAF. Start with us on specific webinars. And plan with us to perform extended SAF trainings. And meet us at the booth in Denver at the SAFE Summit and at Agile in Automotive. Thank you very much for your attention. If you want to plan some demonstrations on the website, if you need some further information, just reach out to us. Thank you very much and have a nice evening. Bye-bye.